Mm. Okay. Last time on Testing the Waters, after a meeting with Social, is that how you say her name? I might Social.
That's right.
Oh, okay, Social. The party wakes in the middle of the sea, not knowing how we got there or really what happened. The people that were inside of the ship also seem to not be very aware of the situation. They say that the moment we stepped foot on land, we disappeared with no trace left behind. And then all of a sudden, poof, we were middle of the sea, heading to our destination. The party, through a series of survival checks, eventually finds its way to our destined island. Saraja goes around the same one to explore from the left side to the right one. And throughout his journey, he finds cliffs, mines, rocky patches in the water, and a higher point in the cliff from which he's shot at. We don't know much about it. I believe we didn't spot very well if there was a fortress or something above here, but we believe there to be one. Although he goes around the island, he doesn't seem to find an easy access to landfall. So the party will have to figure something out. In the meantime, back at Destiny, I finished the creation of Scrap, an automaton dog that follows me around and still has some things to be worked out, but he's doing his best. He'll get better over time. In the meantime, Duresh looks over at the cliffs, trying to find the best way to climb onto the boat, kind of fearing that would be our destiny, and theorizes about the idea of putting the anchor into a cannon and shooting it to the top. Maybe that way we'll make a way to the top. Has, in the meantime, checked his map, seeing our destination mark on his map, and a bunch of squiggles on the left and right side of the island that we don't quite recognize what they are. Him and Duresh look over it, but are not able to find a particular path that we might follow. But eventually, night seems to fall, and the party has dinner and discusses a plan to get into the island. Mainly the idea of using a pulley system or something latched to the top to be able to climb for those who are not able to fly up. And also the possibility that Gans may have souls. We don't know. We're not sure. Eventually, night falls and everyone has to rest, Sorasha taking the first watch. He talks to Pico and his crew, and he learns that they have all been bounded to the whistle for generations, doing good and bad for those who may use it. Cursed to listen whoever plays it. They promise to attempt to ignore the sound of the whistle from now on, and since Soraja actually took care of them as for the first time. He also finds out that at top of our boat there seems to be an airship where they all rest all the time. On the second watch, as Soraja's time is finished, I attempt to finish the mechanism to get us to the top of the cliff, and my weapon of choice, although I only managed to get halfway through it. On the third watch, though, Has calls upon Soulshield to make trade. Once my computer screen turned off, 1 second. To make trade and ask a couple of questions. The first question: what is the relic you are after? Soulshield gives a little bit of a cryptic answer. You will know it when the vines tell you so. In return for that, she asked Has which one of the sisters was his favorite, which he replied with Kali if she didn't want to kill me. Do you think we'll run into a lot of trouble? And Soulshield answered that trouble would be definite. Otto wanted to keep to himself all of the things he made. You might even see him. The others could be avoided, referring to the fearless ones, if we use the map and compass. Just for a secret instead, which we don't hear. And finally, and the most important one, the Gans have souls. And the answer was no. What a disappointment. That one was for free. In the fourth watch, finally, Duresh continues watching through the night, although no much seems to pass as he looks into the distance and just seems to expect for something to come by that never happens. Eventually, sun rises and the party starts getting ready to go to a spot where we plan to climb the cliff. In the meantime, I struggle to finish the pole system and weapon last minute, which goes so-and-so. As we're heading to our destination, though, we spot a cave in between the vines, one that seems like Saraja had missed before. But at that point, Duresh and Saraja struggle to get into the cave, as we believe it would be like a good spot to disembark. When they enter, they find the remainders of a crash site, a broken boat, and the signs that somebody was staying there for a little bit at least. And the rest of the party follows suit in a rowboat. And we follow the tracks of the map and the compass until we eventually find the coveted treasure of resolution that contains Sochiel's search for item. And we finally manage to open, and as we do, the session mysteriously ends at that point with shining light illuminating our faces as we are marveled by what we find inside. And that's what happened last session.
Yay! Okay. You get 1 inspiration and a bag of metal treats for your hound at your side.
Yes, the balloons.
And as you guys open the chest, the treasure of resolution itself, here's what you find. You find... Let me make a roll for you. Oh. 5 gold. And... it's not a lot of gold in there. 8 silver. Aw, man. And 3 rather large, precious jewels. 1 diamond, 1 emerald, 1 ruby. And 1 fancy-looking torque.
What is a torque?
Torque is one of those bracelets that doesn't really close at the end. It can either be worn as like a necklace or like a bracelet on your arm.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Oh, that doesn't seem to be much here. I will step back and just let everybody else check it out.
Well, what's the quality of the chest? Is the chest any good quality?
240p. Sorry.
We've been over this. It's not a very high quality chest.
The chest isn't like super good quality. It's kind of old. It's less old than like the ship is in the rest of the cave, but it is still quite weathered and worn. Drawn enough to still be shut, until Aurelia opened it, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's a decent quality chest, maybe we could just leave everything in the box and we'll put that in the rowboat and maybe everything up once we get back to Destiny. But...
Fair enough. Less things to carry. I'm interested in what this torque is.
Well, roll me a history or a religion check. Your choice.
For your religion. Out of the way. Which one am I better at? They're both the same, so probably history.
Are you picking it up at this time? To examine it?
I have no reason not to, so yeah, he'll go ahead and pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up, and you hold it. It has a good weight to it. It's copper. It's in the shape of 2 snakes where the ends of the torque wouldn't really meet, 2 snakes are there and they kind of twine around each other through the rest of the bracelet. But unfortunately with a 7, that's not enough to know anything about it. Haas, you'll notice as Soraya picks it up that your vine starts to constrict a little around your arm.
Ow, 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 oi, oi.
What? Is there a scorpion? What?
Well, I would politely ask the scorpion not to sting me. But anyway, give me that bracelet. I think that's what we're after.
Oh. For your quest.
Well,
Is Divine hurting you?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose my arm. But anyway, why don't... Well, at least hand it here, and I'll see if it does anything perilous.
Sure. And he'll hand the bangle over to Ha.
Haas.
And,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, he takes it, and then he just kind of like daintily in between his index and thumb grab the torque, and just kind of like tap it on the vine.
The vine emits a glow and stops constricting.
Oh, that's good.
In fact, you think the vine might even be loose enough to slide off your arm if you were to tie it to the torque. But would you be interested in rolling either of the checks to see what it does?
Yeah, I'll do the religion, since that's worked out so well for me in the past.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. Just a common casual bracelet.
Well, I'm pretty eager to get this here vine off me arm, and then we can chuck her into the sea, and then I reckon we'll be squared up with the curator. So I would like for Haas to attempt to get the vine going onto the bracelet to where it would look like just a bundle of wad of vines, I guess.
Sure. The vine slides easily off, except for one little bit that kind of dangles attached to your finger as it's wrapped around the torque.
Gently tug it away.
Comes off with a little bit of a squelch.
Ow.
Didn't reckon it was all squishy. But once he sees that it's all wrapped up, he'll kind of like toss it up in his hand like a baseball, and then turn to everybody else. So, we want to... What was that plan about putting everything back in the chest?
Yeah, that way we don't have to worry about trying to divide up coins and stuff while we're still on a potentially perilous island. Let's just leave everything in the chest and stash it in the rowboat, and we'll scouting ahead.
Sounds like a good idea. If I remember right, we have to be at sea before we can toss this out and be done with it. I don't reckon if I waddled over to the water and just dropped it into the shallows, it would do much.
No no harm just trying it. It is the ocean. It's just a shallower part of the ocean.
I suppose.
Could always pick it back up.
Haas will grab the bevined torque. He will kind of... Oh gosh, I need to scroll way out on this incredibly massive map, and I will go back towards the boat. Just kind of wade till it's over my feet, hands, probably up to my knees or so, and then I will just kind of gently sit it into the shallows.
Alrighty.
Nothing happens.
As you set it into the shallows, the vine will, that little bit that was kind of stuck to your finger, will start to spin, almost like a fin, and it will self-propel itself through the water, away from you, out, out, out to sea. It's on its way.
Haas will offer a salute to no one in particular, and then get back on shore, kind of flick his feet fingers to get the water off, and he'll rejoin with everybody else.
I was about to say, since you're just going over there, sir, I might ask Cade Thresh, maybe help me with this chest, and we can just take it back to the rowboat now.
Yeah. I grab
one in.
Oh, he's too fast.
Ah,
We're gonna Laurel and Hardy this chest all the way over there.
Us will assist with getting it into the boat.
Harley, in the meantime, will stay back up with the rest of the party. She's just like keeping guard for the NPCs.
does someone already have the contents of the chest already written down, or for later when we do need to divvy it up?
I didn't, but
I can't.
what is the worth of the gems, or we wouldn't know?
You don't know probably without appraising them, but you do know that they're a diamond, an emerald, and a ruby.
Okay.
Emerald. We just need a sapphire and a pearl. We can catch all Gen 3 and Gen 4.
Yeah. Or we can go into a super state where we can turn golden and zoom around. Actually, I guess we need 7 emeralds to do that.
Oh no.
Is it diamond sapphire? Or am I... I'm getting mixed up.
Diamond, emerald, and ruby, I think, right?
Yes.
So a white one, a green one, and a red one.
I see. No sapphire. Sad.
Wow, Italy.
I always preferred Kyogre.
Same. Now that we've got that loaded back into the chest, I'm going to head back over to the group and advise. Well, we've been in this cave for what feels like forever. We have yet to make sure that the boat is clear and the path up to that ladder that leads up to the top of the cave could be watched. We need to probably get moving rather than just stand around and become targets.
Indeed. What would you prefer to do first?
I'll look over at Aurelia, since I know that she is fairly good at listening, and say, but you keep an ear out, and one by one we'll go ahead and start scouting this ship just to make sure that we don't get ambushed.
Sounds good. We'll keep on watch.
All right.
Yep.
Let's move out then.
You see that Harelia's ears seems to start like scanning, kind of like radars to the side. As she walks through.
How do you make your ears go 360 degrees?
My grandma told me.
Out of character, does anybody have any stealth at all?
I believe not.
I
Not
have
really.
I have some.
Mm-hmm.
I have a +2 if that's what we're asking.
Okay,
I have a +1.
A +2 as well.
got it. So we have a little. I have a decent climb, so I would head over to the edge of the ship, and I would surmise that Haas also has a half-decent climb, correct?
Yeah.
All right. How about you and I scale up this side of this ship, scout it out, and make sure everything's good for everyone else to follow?
Sounds like a plan. Reckon we should be sneaky first?
I would until we know it's safe. I'd rather not take any chances.
So is that just like a stealth roll, and then is that how that works?
Yes. That's very good.
I'm proud of him.
It's okay. We're taking average. So that's still enough for now. Nothing seems to notice you as you climb up the edge of the ship.
Right. And I'm going to try to scale up the front of the forecastle here, see if I can keep an ear out. Are there any obvious, like, gaps or splits in the boards where I could, like, just kind of peer in and see if anybody's lurking about?
Yes, the damage that you see on the boat is pretty accurate to what the actual ship looks like. So all of those little holes in the floor you can see through. The plants that are growing up the side are there.
Mm-hmm. All right, I will see if I can scrabble up the side of the forecastle, and I'm gonna do my darndest to keep a watch out and look through any nooks and crannies for any ne'er-do-wells that may be about.
Okay. Roll me a perception, please. As you peer through the slats in the deck, you see no ne'er-do-wells. You do see a few abandoned sort of accoutrements, barrels and desks and perhaps a little cabinet or two. There's stuff scattered over, detritus kind of trash just about. But you don't notice anyone.
That's good, at least. I'll kind of wave towards Haas, like you can't see, I'm not on a camera here, but like, not a worried wave, but like a easygoing sort of wave. I know what I'm waving. You guys know what I mean.
Like a military wave of like a forward.
Yes.
Haas will nod, understanding. And he will also climb up this side of the ship.
I'll keep my tail in a positive posture to show that everything's still fine, I guess. I need some nonverbal way to cue to everyone that everything's still going according to plan. I'm going to clamber up onto the forecastle, and I'm up here. And once we're up here, we can kind of wave and motion towards Aurelia and Soraya and kind of wave everybody up onto the front of the ship.
Good to move. Basically, walk up to the next book spot.
Right. And once Haas and I are up here, I'll kind of nod to Haas, and I'll follow his lead, and we'll kind of do what we're doing. Where do you want to check? Quietly. Where do you want to check next?
Let's keep pushing forward and then check down. What's this grate called? We can look through this part. Does that have a shippy name?
It probably does, but I haven't been able to find it on any diagrams. I've just been calling it the hatch.
The hatch, okay. I was going to point at it, but I can't remember how to turn my cursor into a big hand.
X. You hold down on X.
This thing.
Yeah.
Haas will point to the hatch and then quietly climb down and then peer down through, and hopefully there's enough sunlight coming through above for him to get a good look into this whole area below.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a perception?
Well, it would be a perception. Roll me 2 of them, please. All right, Haas. As you stand there over the hatch, you peer down, and you notice beneath you is the galley. table, an old kind of kitchen area, storage for food, all that sort. The hammocks that, you're used to in the Destiny, kind of strung along the sides. Pretty basic down there. But you also start to hear a creaking beneath your feet as you stand there, peering in.
Hold up my index finger to Daresh for him to see, hopefully, and then if he looks back my way, I will use my other hand to just kind of do the shush motion and then point to my ear and then downstairs.
I see him freeze and hold up a hand, and I'll obviously freeze as well. I'm going to stop moving.
Daresh, as you look at him, roll me a perception check, please. You'll notice the creaking get louder, and the floor under Haas is starting to buckle.
I'll wave with both hands, wave him back. Like motioning to push him away.
What are you talking about? What are you doing?
Oh no!
I'm telling you, I'm hearing something.
Haas, roll me a dexterity save, please.
Do I get to use my danger sense?
If you have it, tell me what it does again.
Hang on. Let's see.
I believe you
something
do
you can
because you're
see.
like a level 3 barbarian and it's something you can see, right?
Yes.
Yes, you do. You get to use advantage.
Oh my gosh. All right. Dexterity save.
Congratulations. You
Yes.
managed to catch yourself, just barely, as the hatch starts to give way from the center and kind of buckles. You quickly step back as the hatch gives way and the creaking comes to a stop as the rubble and the dust land on the table beneath.
I will also step away from this precarious hatch that's starting to give way. If I can get closer to the hull, maybe, because I don't want that to happen to me.
Sure thing.
I will mimic wiping my brow, but lizards don't sweat, so this is mostly just for visual show, to show him that, close call.
Haas will offer up a sorry shrug and kind of meekly grin, but then continue.
Above board, I would know that it's not your fault. Obviously, this is an old ship, and we're going to have to take it step by step. I will stay close to the hull because I don't want to fall in any precarious holes. And I'm going to shimmy along here to get a little closer to this mast.
Okay.
And do I see anything in some of these holes? What is all this?
Those look like old sails that have been tied up and wrapped and just secured next to the mast. Most of them are rather patchy and worn and kind of rotten. Through the hole, you'll see the same thing that Haas saw because it's all part of the same room. You'll see the hammocks and you'll see, what used to be the table with the hatch on top of it.
Righty. I'll look over at Haas and nod and make not an overt, but more like rather than a hand waving, let's go more like a fingers waving. Let's move forward, like a little more subtle, easygoing, slow motion, right?
Haas will nod and advance up this side of the ship.
Lizards whistle?
You can because you're human.
I will kind of pitch my whistle back this way and I'll let out a subtle in the direction of Aurelia and Soraya and the rest of the crew.
I'm assuming that means approach, right?
I suppose. That was
Surely,
an
I
awful.
wonder what that breaking was. That your uncle took. He'll
That didn't sound
Take
too
a-
good.
take a flop up. See, they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. Come on.
All right.
When I see Soraya pop back up over, I'll raise one hand and I'll point at the grate, and then I'll cross my arms in an X-shaped motion.
He'll look at the grate, or get a little bit of vision, look at the grate, give a thumbs up, essentially.
Right. And then once I see that he understands, I'll nod to him and give like a come forward motion, kind of implying that they can move up to the forecastle.
Dangerous part. Stay off the grate.
Oops.
And
Move in a
I
crouch.
will kind of keep a watch on them and shimmy a little farther forward, following Haas's lead. Where are we headed next? I'll kind of look towards Haas and see when he's looking towards me again.
He will kind of point towards the end of the ship because it looks like it might give us a better vantage point over this spot over here.
Beach, yeah.
You would
All right.
also see that there is a door here. It's not on the map, but it is there.
A secret
But
door.
it's kind of under the ladder just a bit.
Door of the mind.
I will move forward next to Haas, and we will look at that door. And I'll point at me, and I'll point at him, and then I'll point at the door, and I'll kind of shrug.
Haas will. We would have been able to see, like, when we were up on this other side of the ship, we probably would have been able to see if there was anything obnoxiously crazy on this end, right?
Correct.
On the top. Okay, well, in that case,
There was a second little grate hatch that you noticed. Nothing up on the poop deck, really. And just this little door under the ladder, which you didn't really notice because of the angle of it being underneath. But now that you're standing next to it, you see it quite clearly.
Haas will nod to Daresh, and then he will move forward and try to see if the door will open with any degree of not haunted house creaking.
As you examine the door and its hinges for haunted house creaky noises, you notice something strange. Along the handle that kind of goes along the edge of the door frame and the door itself, right in between the jamb, you have found a trap.
Believe me. Daresh, what do you reckon this does? Blow up or shoot an arrow?
I'd rather not find out if we can. Let's see. I have 4 sleight of hand, but I don't know if I have any kind of tools. I know Aurelia has those lockpicks, so I will turn around and I'll point at Aurelia and I'll make a little motion with my fingers like I want her to come forward.
Me? She kind of points at herself.
I'll nod.
She kind of like moves along.
All right. When you get close, Aurelia, I'll kind of put up my hand and I'll point at what Haas has pointed out to us. They're in the door jam.
She looks at it. She nods along. And we'll start pulling out her thieves' tools from her side. She kind of like does a small gesture to the dog, and the dog will just move to the side and start like looking around this area. But she approaches the door.
Mm-hmm. Roll me
Um,
those thieves' tools.
Sounds good. Please don't explode in my face. Trap, I'm your friend, not food. Yeah.
As you fiddle with the lock and your tools and with what you can see of the rope in the door jamb, you feel a slight release as the lock gives way and the rope goes slack, and you hear a couple of gears as they chink, chink, chink in the wall. But you think that you have disabled the trap quite successfully.
It should be done. She moves to the side.
Give her a thumbs up. And I'll look at Haas and I'll pull out my hatchet.
All right, everybody stand back. I'm going in. And then Haas will carefully open the door
Okay.
and see what is revealed.
I'll be shoulder to shoulder, basically, with him, right next to him.
Alrighty. As you open the door, the light filtering down through the dustiness of the hatch illuminates the room, and you see, on this side, a cannonball tied to a string rather haphazardly, which you think would have swung at you if Aurelia hadn't undone that trap. It's just hanging from the wall up here. You see a desk, chair, one of those beds that is almost built into the hull of the ship so that it doesn't move around, and a bookcase. The bookcase is lined with many dusty tomes, scrolls, old paper, ink pots. The desk has an oddly shaped black smudge, perhaps in the shape of a banana, you're not sure. A glass, a very old glass bottle with a few monkeys carved into the side, an empty chair, an empty bed, long since not been used.
Right. Trap worthy of Captain McAllister.
Looks like nobody's home.
Let's have a look around.
I will, as Haas kind of pokes his head in, I'll look at Aurelia and kind of wave her forward. Since it looks safe enough, maybe she can help Haas. And I will sneak back along the ledge here to rendezvous with Soraya and the rest of the crew to let them know what we found. All right. We don't see anybody on the ship so far. Looks like there's captain's quarters, some tomes, books, some assorted accoutrements of some kind. It looks like we might be okay.
All right, sounds good. Do we want to search the lower decks? I can take a light landing underneath there and search it with the lamp that I've got.
That is a good idea. Before we do that, though, Elise, is there a door into the forecastle? Because when I looked in, there was like barrels and stuff in here. Is there a way to access that from here?
Yes, there is. And also, there is a door on the other side underneath what would be the quarterdeck.
Alrighty. Well, I'll acknowledge Soraya and his idea that he's going to use his little light and see if he can drop in. And I will pull out my rifle and get to the edge of the grate where I knew it could still support my weight, and I will cover him just in case. And I'll nod to Soraya.
See the nod? Whip, whip, and down into the dark abyss.
Alrighty. Sarai, we'll start with you first.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Well, first I'll make sure the lamp's lit, give a good look around at my surroundings.
All right. As you light a lamp, you see the destruction that was caused on the table. You see very ratty and torn hammocks lining the walls. One door here. One door here.
Seems clear so far. I'm going to check this door. He'll
Oh,
move up to.
odd. As he moves forward.
Seeing as they've already found one trap, Sarai will take the time to inspect the second one for other traps.
Alrighty. As you take the time to inspect this door, you do in fact notice another trap. It looks to be almost the same design, attached to the floor instead this time as more of a tripwire than it is attached to the handle.
More traps. I guess Aurelia's over there. It seems pretty simple. Looks like just a tripwire. I'm going to try and disarm it.
Nod
He's
to him.
gonna reach down, essentially try and grab the wire so that, get off to the side of the door. So if it would be something that would shoot through the door, he's not standing in that spot. But he'll essentially try and grab wherever the wire hooks into, and then he'll essentially try and break it while letting the tension ease off.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand, please.
Okay, sleight of hand.
All right. You stand off to the side. You do that. And you do feel the wire twing just a little, but it goes slack. And you have carefully disabled the trap.
Okay. He'll stand up, move to the actual front of the door, and try and open it.
It opens. Inside, you see several barrels and a big, almost like a hutch, a cupboard, off on the side.
Mhm.
Barrels all throughout the room. Up on the ceiling, you'll notice that there's quite a large net. You feel that would have been what swung down and got you if you hadn't carefully removed the tripwire.
Interesting. How old does this trap seem?
Pretty ancient.
Well made that it lasts for this long. Is there any particular smell of this interior room? He'll take a couple steps into it. Is there any particular smell to it? Is this like rotten food? Maybe the smell of gunpowder?
It's more on the rotten food side, especially from the barrels. There's that kind of sickly sweet smell of old fruit.
Okay. He'll
The,
walk. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
the smell does not, however, emanate from the hutch. It's really mostly only coming from the barrels.
Poke his head back out. Looks to be a kitchen. Or a storage of some kind for food. He'll walk back in, and since everything else seems to be rotten food, he'll pack the hut, give it a once-over, and as it seems to be the only thing that probably is of use.
Have you ever seen those hutches with the little lock and key on the front for fine china?
Kind of. I mean,
Okay. It's one of those. It has old wood in the front, as old as the rest of the barrels and the rest of the ship. It has that one little lock and key. So the door is locked, but there's probably a few ways to get into there if you really, really wanted to.
Is it a big hutch? Could I just pick this up and carry it? Or is this a cabinet?
It's about half your size.
Okay, so probably can't carry the full thing. It would probably be outside the realm of possibility to say that my conjuration special skill can't apply for me just having a wire cutters in my bag.
Let me double check your spell.
Yeah, it would be the. Let me find it. Yeah. Since it's just reflavored as him being well prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any way that he could possibly know to have that. Or probably don't do that.
Roll me a history check to see if you have seen enough of those sorts of tools to be able to conjure them properly.
Yep.
That's enough. You can do it.
Flashback. Should I really take wire cutters on this voyage? I'm fairly fine. Flashback forward, takes out his wire cutters. I knew I brought something, and he'll go and just tip through the lock on the top of it.
All right. As you cut through the lock, the doors swing open with nothing holding them on. Their hinges are very old. And you happen to see inside a selection of 3 potions.
Are they still good?
That's a chance you're going to have to take.
Lovely mystery potions. Well, grab those and throw them in the pack, maybe for later study, if nothing else. Other than that, go back and rejoin the group. Not much constant potions and what smells like long aged food.
Alrighty. As you two are exploring downstairs, how are you doing in the captain's cabin, Haas and Aurelia?
So what are we looking for here?
Well, pretty much anything. I'm keen to see what's going on over on this disc. Haas will move to look at the cup with the monkeys on it.
Mm-hmm.
The
Could I roll
cup
a-
with...
Oh,
go
sorry,
ahead.
Anthony.
No.
No, I was asking if I could roll a perception to see if there's anything that particularly caught my mind in the room.
Go ahead and roll while I describe the cup to Haas.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, this cup is very finely made. It's definitely belonging to a captain who thinks of himself of great worth. It is also a little bit larger than you expect it to be. Not quite Titan-sized, not like the sea witches are, but you think it would fit someone's hand more like Robin's size. It's very well crafted. With a little bit of a polish and shine, it would definitely look nice. You can see that it has monkeys and gorillas and apes carved into it.
Bit of fine china here. I'll give it to Rob. I bet he'll like it. And then Haas will carefully grab it and then pocket it as best he can, given its size.
Okay. Aurelia. With an 18, You notice the books on the side, and
Mhm.
you'll notice not much else, actually, in this room. There does seem to be a tube in the corner that goes up, perhaps, to the top deck. But that's really all there is.
I see. Then Harley will approach. She will approach the books first. She would like to check out what is in there.
Okay.
No,
As you leaf through the books, many of them are weathered and worn to the point where the pages almost crumble into dust as you turn them. One or two of them are still in good condition, though. And as you pick them up, you notice something interesting. They are written entirely in that strange sort of cuneiform glyph that you saw back on Zoshiel's island. And perhaps you've even seen it on Haas's map. The writing that's on the back of your watch, it's the same.
Oh, well, that is intriguing. Haz, do you know how to read this?
No, but I definitely recognize it. Haas will pull one of the books that has the writing, and then he'll kind of carefully flip it open, blow off any dust, and flip through and see if there's any pictures.
Alrighty, Haas. This one seems to be just a book of logs. It looks to be something like what you would see for storage and cargo. X amount of whatever glyphs for X amount of other thing in trade. Just the captain's log.
What does it say? You see her like slightly trying to peek over, but she's too tiny to be able to read it from your height.
He'll lower it down to her eye level. Well, I can't quite make heads or tails of it, honestly, but it kind of looks like a quartermaster's book or something. Something old Umblesmee or the captain might write in. Things above my pay grade. And then he'll close the book and then kind of keep that under his other arm and then pull the other book down and see if something happens with that.
All right. In the other book, will you roll me a religion or a history check, please? Alrighty. This one, you clearly notice that there are a few more sketches than in the first book. They seem to be sketches of jewelry and other things that you can wear, diagrams, charts of numbers, equations, mathematical equations, and a few paragraphs of description on the side. And there seem to be a few pages where, equations were scratched out and blotted out, ink stains, little water rings where someone said a drink or spilled something. Almost as if they were perhaps experiments, but you really can't tell because you can't read it.
Somebody's been working over this one. I'm not sure if that's rum stain or they were crying. I'm not sure, but can't read this one either, but it looks a bit more promising. Hold on to this one too.
Were those numbers? Can I see them?
Oh, sure. And he'll flip it open and he'll keep a hold on it in case it explodes or does evil sea witch magic.
And Harley will try to see if she can gauge anything from the numbers. The page.
Okay. What would be good for an artificer to roll? Go ahead and roll investigation.
Investigation. That works for me. Okay. Investigation.
All right, Aurelia, with your well-trained artificer eyes, you do happen to recognize a little bit of the math involved in some of these equations. You feel like you can tell some of these are weights and measurements. Some of these definitely describe how much of a certain material to put in. A few you expect to be the results of said experimenting. Some of those paragraphs. Most of it is still difficult to read, but you definitely understand. If you could only find a way to translate it, you think perhaps you might even be able to put this to use and improve your crafting or build some of these things as well.
Well, that's interesting.
Find anything promising?
Well, it seems like they are mostly formulas. I don't get a lot of the context for the, language, but it seems useful. I could make some good stuff out of this if I just find somebody that understands what this is trying to say.
I reckon it stands to reason there might be some kind of note here that might help us translate at least some of this. Here, why don't you hold on to this one? And I'll keep looking through the bookshelf here. And if
Sounds
we
good to
find
me.
one, maybe we can get old Soraya over here to take a peek.
Yes.
Can I do another scouring sweep of the bookshelf to see if there might be any, like a diary tucked away that might have some silly cipher tucked in between the pages or something like that?
Sure, roll me an investigation check. Not on the bookshelf, no. You look, but most of the scrolls crumble as you touch them. And the rest of the books, the ones that you can read because they're still legible after all this time, they are most of the same. They're log books. They seem to be just your usual date and then entry.
Look over here. Haas will move to the desk, and first, I want to see if that banana is still good.
Alrighty. Roll me a Constitution save. The banana is most definitely not good. You
Just-
back up as the stench fills your nose.
Oh, okay. So I didn't need it. Okay.
No.
He will give the banana a wide berth and then check the other side of the desk and see if there's any drawers that aren't locked or kind of pried open that might have a more private ledger inside.
There are a few drawers. They don't seem to be locked.
Can I do a perception to make sure there's no cannonballs in the ceiling for this one?
No, just roll me another investigation, please.
Nope.
Alrighty. As you look through the drawers, you find the basic trappings that you would expect. A ring of keys, probably to the rest of the ship. Maybe to one of the chests you've already found, the doors, etc. You see some rather fancy stationery, if it weren't so old and decrepit and yellowed with age. Several quills, one of those little boxes that you use to mix the ink, one of those boxes that you use to seal your envelopes with the wax and the seal, one of the boxes with quill sharpening, ingredients. You're not entirely sure where this person got the feathers, but they have them. There's a mix of feathers in there. They're not all from the same bird. But no journal.
Well, there's some questionable contents over here, but it's a bust on a cipher.
Oh.
Haas will take the keys, though, and he will take the calligraphy instruments that are not unethically sourced, let's say, and with the intent of hoping Soraya can put them to better use.
Okay.
Well, I reckon we've picked this place clean, Harry. Let's go meet up with the rest.
As you all are
Thank
searching
you.
the captain's cabin, back to Soraya and Daresh. What have you been doing in this time?
Think Soraya would probably just continue his sweep of the lower decks.
Okay.
Now that he's seen one end, he'll, with the rest is overwatched, move over to the second side.
Since he's going deeper into the belly of the ship, is there a way I can climb down?
Yes, with your climbing score, there is. One of the planks, this middle one from the hatch, fell at an angle, and you could shimmy down that if you wanted to.
I will shimmy down it and follow Soraya, swapping back to my hatchet as we go deeper into the ship.
Well, other than what has already been explained, the only thing left is this door underneath the quarterdeck.
Go up. Since so many things have already been prepped, he'll give it one more check to see if it's trapped, if this one is trapped as well.
This door does not appear to be trapped or locked.
Yeah, nothing on it. Still probably best to open it from the side. He'll kind of step to the side of it and turn the handle or pull the latch and swing it open.
Okay. As it swings open, inside, you will see a gun deck. You see the cannons lined up in neat rows, the barrels of shot, the barrels of powder, the, gosh, I forget what it's called. You know, the stick that they use to pack it all in, right?
Yeah, the ramming
And-
stick.
Yeah, the ram. And you'll see one skeleton draped over a cannon.
Spooky.
Interesting.
Is it what flavor of skeleton does it look? Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
It looks to be a Midlander. It doesn't have hooves or anything, so you assume that it was more of the padded foot or clawed foot variety.
No tail.
No tail. Or at least not that you can tell.
Unless, at least. How do the cannonballs look? Are they still good?
Mhm.
Good?
The shot actually looks to be in pretty decent condition. The powder, not so much. It's been a little bit damp, what with all the holes in the roof.
Okay. That actually may be a good sign, because I would not want to be traipsing around in this decrepit underneath of this tinderbox if there was good gunpowder lying around. But a handful of cannonballs might be good. I kind of make a mental note that if we have time and weight in that tiny little dinghy, we might grab a handful of cannonballs and take them back with us.
there a way we can see, investigate and see the method of this person's death? Like, are there marks on the bones from, like a stab wound? Is there a caving of the skull to indicate blunt force trauma, or just that he might have died of starvation?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Hey, what can I steal? Soraya.
Tell me you're a secret skeleton. Not a great roll, but
With
We've got-
a 14, you will notice that there's actually no damage. The bones are very old, but there's no sign of what did this person in.
doesn't seem like they died in the scuffle. And they're just draped over a cannon?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything particularly special about this cannon?
You can check it if you like.
Yeah, he'll check it.
Be very specific with me what you're looking for, but roll me another investigation check and tell me how you're looking at the cannon.
I think the main things that he'd be looking for as I roll this is he's mainly looking for inscriptions, also looking at like what direction is it facing? Is it facing out to sea to like guard against something? He might check and see if there's something in the barrel to see if there's something hidden in it, but those are probably the main things. Is he's looking for, in order of operations, like something that would be probably something that's hidden in the barrel, what direction it's pointed at, and then looking for inscriptions in that order of importance.
Okay, and when you look in the barrel, you're like sticking your head inside, like sticking your arm inside. Like, how are you doing that?
He'll only just shine a light inside. He's not gonna fully reach around inside a gun barrel, because it's like cannon barrels aren't exactly the biggest things in the world, and Soraya is a comparatively large creature.
Okay.
So he just like shined the lantern in it to see if he can see something in it.
Okay. Well, as you look, the cannon does seem to be loaded, although you assume that it was loaded quite a long time ago. It is pointing out to sea, almost as if they were expecting someone to follow them in through the hidden cave entrance, perhaps. There are no specific etchings or really markings other than the maker of the cannon itself. There are no important dignifiers on the cannon. It's just a cannon. Very old.
Should just be a cannon. For the life of me, I can't decide why he died like this. Possibly worried about the tax.
Who knows? Just an old pile of bones.
Pile of bones. As long as it doesn't get up, I'm okay with it.
With the spookiness that we've encountered, Resh kind of side eyes the skeleton at that point, but
Soraya takes a red handkerchief outside of his pocket and politely blows his nose, and then puts his little red flag back into his pocket. Well, I don't think there's nothing else in this room to check, right?
Nope.
The cannon room.
Just a gun deck.
just ballparking it, compared to our cannons, how big are these cannons?
They are slightly larger.
Well, just something to keep in mind. If somehow, just in the back of my mind, kind of think over the logistics of how I would get a cannon out of this ship back on our ship, so we'd have a bigger cannon. I don't think it's going to work, but
We do have a Rob.
oh, that we do. However, at the moment, I don't see any logistical way of getting this cannon back up to the top deck. So I look over at Soraya and go, well, looks like we may have seen all we can see. Ready to head back up?
Yes, I think that's it.
Alrighty. And I head back towards the crate.
I will follow. Making a little thing for the item we found earlier.
And if we make it back with no issues, I will scramble back up that broken plank.
There are no issues.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to rendezvous back with the captain. And do I see Haas and Aurelia returning at around this point as well?
Mm-hmm. This would be when they are also meeting back up with the group.
I'll kind of let the captain know. No issues with Soraya and I. He found some old rotten food and cutlery in the galley. And there's a gun deck with some cannons and extra shot down below, but I don't see any logistical way of getting them off the boat at the moment.
All right. And, Mr. Haas, did you and Aurelia find anything?
Well, we found a lot in the captain's quarters. Mostly, we found 2 books that got the same squiggly glyphs that are on my map and all the other treasures we had. The one I got in my hands right here, it looks like it's just a log, but I figure there's probably some quill pushers back in Eastmore that might take a liking to it. Harry found a much more interesting find, though. I'll let her explain that one, though.
I found this one. She kind of like, oh, I'm back. I'm done. I forgot to move. She kind of approaches and kind of raises the book. So there are some formulas here. I'm missing some of the context for the different language, but it appears at least useful for crafting and more anything science related. I have, if I were able to understand it, I think I could use it. But I do not know if we'll be able to find somebody that is able to speak this language.
Well, taking it back for perhaps the Union to take a look at sounds like a good idea. Or I suppose if we are able to find some way of deciphering it ourselves. It wasn't on the list of things to find, so technically this is loot that belongs to us. We have no obligation to return it. If you'd like to keep it, you may.
You see Harlia's face just light up. I appreciate that, Captain. I'll try to make something interesting out of it.
Of course.
And yeah, I would prefer to keep it.
Okay. Well, so if that's all that we found, that's I don't think what we're looking for. Otto's treasure itself. All of this seems really quite ordinary. Do you suppose we should continue to look around here or go up top above the ladder?
I would vote we secure the beach, see if there's anything down there. It looks like this may have been a camp or a stash of some kind once they offloaded things from the boat. At the very least, I want to make sure there's nothing here that we miss before we head up top.
I concur.
Oh, Captain, sorry. I also found a set of keys, so maybe there's something over there that these unlock.
Very good. If I may, and she'll hold out her hand.
He will hand them over.
All right, well, Lead on.
Is there a clear and obvious way to get down from this side of the boat?
It appears that the gangplank has rather rotted away and fallen to pieces. This would have been the clear way, but
Yeah.
not
How
anymore.
far is the drop? The beach?
It is about 15 feet.
A little far. I don't want to row Bumblesmee and them down there. I look over at Haas, and obviously, we're the most brawny ones out of the group, along with our regular human man companion back there. Does anyone have rope?
I think I've got that in my actual backpack.
I do have some rope, but if you would like, I also have other methods of getting down.
Sure.
And she will pull out from her backpack a set of improvised parachutes, and she will use Featherfall.
Those my sheets.
Maybe.
Well, seeing as how you only have 5 or fewer of them, I should be able to climb down just fine.
You also think that the way the mast broke, you might be able to climb this way and hop down to the beach a little bit better than the full 15 foot.
I will attempt to climb down, because out of character, I know that she can't do the whole party with Featherfall, but
Echo and Bumblesmee will take to the sky and fly on down, and will give Robin a rather haughty glance as he stands there at the edge.
I reckon that's just a wee little hop for you, Rob.
Well, if I hang off the edge, it's definitely much closer than it is for you. But I tend to land heavily, so if I land poorly, I could hurt myself.
That's a good point. Well, I don't think Harry's parachutes can explode, so I bet it's safe.
I mean, I haven't tested them yet.
It's not quite what I wanted to hear, but that's fine. You'll be great. I'm gonna climb on the mast and scoot my way to the beach.
Well, Aurelia, if you want to test one of them on me, I'll jump first.
Okay, so you hold the strap, and whenever you're ready, you pull it, and a small pop should come out. If you hear a boom, don't be scared. You will be on fire and start rolling on the ground. Okay, like this, and she will get ready herself. There's a little feetsies, and she jumps up and pulls the parachute tag midair, and
Wonderful. And he'll plug his nose and jump and pull the rope and float on down and kind of land with a skid. Well,
they
I'm
are
here.
better than I expected.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Earlier, where's your dog?
Oh. God damn it. She will gesture trying to get him down, but she knows he's... Okay, ball now, ball. She starts gesturing to it.
It rolls into a ball and tips off the edge.
Oh.
It lands and makes quite an indent into the sand. Poof. goes the sand around it as it thunks
Ow.
into the dirt.
Good boy. He should be fine. She touches it for it to return to his normal form.
It kind of rolls out into a dog shape like it usually does. It's a little bit gritty. You hear the sand in the gears, but it does what it's supposed to.
At least it didn't broke. Okay. I think it should be good on my end. We continue?
Aye, we continue. Bumblesmee nervously looks around for ghosts, but walks forward with the captain.
Ghost guns.
What do we see?
Well, roll me perception checks, please.
How much?
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the dichotomy of animal kind.
Aurelia, did you want to roll?
Yeah. Oh no, that's the dog. Oh, well.
Well.
I guess the dog wouldn't have rolled. Yeah,
Probably
never
not,
mind.
because
6.
All right. Unfortunately, this doesn't have anything to do with hearing. So, with those rolls, you notice not much. There's definitely some old crates that used to store things. There's this little pile of candles and what used to be fabrics, boxes and cartons and vines, but unfortunately, you don't see much at this very moment.
No obvious threats, though.
No obvious threats. Just a decidedly empty beach.
Well, looks like we may be clear for now. What do you think, Captain?
Looks like so.
Hmm.
Did you head up top?
I suppose if there's nothing down here. As you get over here, roll me another perception check. Nothing. Vines, barrels, rocks.
Well, we didn't see anything over there either. I thought there might be a cave, but I was mistaken.
I guess it seemed to mostly just be scattered accoutrement, but nothing of particular note. Oh. If nothing else, we can come back here later.
Yeah, we'll pass back on our way back out, I assume.
Most likely, if we haven't found what we're looking for.
Well, if we're not keen on dwelling here for much longer, where is the ladder that leads up through the cave entrance?
All the way back on the poop deck.
Ah. Okay. We may need that rope.
Well, the birds can go up. So rope it is.
Well, at least we know there's not any threats down here, so I'm going to head back over to the boat. And do I see a way to climb back up the side of this boat?
Very easily. There
All right,
are broken slats, and you have plenty of handholds.
I will see if anybody has at least 15 feet of rope. Does anybody have at least 15 feet of rope?
I believe I should have.
Alrighty.
Nope.
I will, if you will be so kind as to hand me that rope, grab that rope and climb
Really, will give
back
it.
up to the side of the ship. And I'll make a simple loop, like a little foothold, if you will,
Mhm.
and drape it down over the edge of the boat, down to the sand. And if I've got enough, I will motion towards Haas, see if the two of us can haul up the people who don't have flying or climb speeds.
Haas will take his place on the rope.
Do you need a boost, Miss Aurelia? Robin will ask.
That will be very kind of you. Mm-hmm. She nods along.
All right. Well, foot in the rope, I suppose, and up you go when he hoists you about halfway up.
I, along with Haas, pull on the rope and try and haul Aurelia up the side of the boat.
It is quite easy.
All right. Once she's up, I'll throw that other end of the rope down and kind of motion towards the dog bot and advise Robin, if he can, see if you can loop this around the middle of the thing.
Okay. He'll go and try to secure the rope around the middle.
And we'll pull the dog bot back up onto the ship.
Works just fine.
And now the hard part. We'll throw the rope back down, and whenever you're ready.
Okay. And he'll secure it around his foot and he'll hold onto the rope and kind of give a wave.
And I will brace myself against the side of the ship and start pulling and see if I can pull him up.
All right. If both of you who are pulling on the rope could give athletics checks, please.
Blimey! Bill's been feeding you too much!
Robin doesn't budge. He looks up. You guys are pulling, right?
Just need a second to get our footing. Jeez. Is there leverage something? Robin,
wait.
see.
Could we just get the crate? Get the crate from the staff stuff over on the beach. We carry it over. Robin's like 8 foot, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if Robin's 8 foot and a crate is probably like at least 2 feet, that makes 10 feet, so that's a 5-foot gap. And he could maybe jump 2 feet. Could he make that distance from there?
He
If he just has
could.
a
I'm a little worried that most of the crates are kind of rotten, though, and won't support my weight any better than anything else would. You know, if you guys are coming back this way, I could wait down here.
Wouldn't want to leave you in the cave by yourself, but
well, does this rock specter exist? And like is true to the thing it's just up against the ship? This rock structure?
It is.
So he couldn't. Is it climb overable, or would it be easier to climb over that to get back to the boat or the way that he came up. Or worst case, go over to this side, grab the boat, go over there, move that over there, then climb up.
I'll give it a try. He unhooks the rope from his foot.
Or, Rob, if that doesn't work, he'll shout out as he's walking away. Take that hammer and try to bash through a weak side of the ship, and then you can just walk back up that way.
Okay.
Then he'll turn to Duresh, or just run into the damn side. Blimey, he's heavy.
He takes a look for some footholds.
Sarai will kind of fly over and try and see if he can. Well, no, he can't even give him a hand to try and get up there, but he'll fly on top of there to see if he can offer any assistance.
This side's a little slick with moss. I suppose I could try the other side and try to climb up to the poop deck with the captain on that way. Or I could do what Haas has suggested and smash a hole into the boat. But I don't know if we all are trying to still be rather sneaky.
They haven't heard us by now. I don't think they'll hear us then. But the structural integrity of the boat is probably not the best that we should be blowing holes into it. We could also just try and pull them up again. But use all four or five of us this time?
Through teamwork, all things are possible.
I have hollow bones, so...
Well, if you want to try, Captain starts to tap her foot a little impatiently.
Getting there.
Every bit helps, Harry. Get on the end.
She will get down. The dog does as well.
You'll notice as Robin puts his foot in the rope, he kind of does one or two little swings with his knees, to limber himself up so that he can kind of try and jump a little bit and get a better grip going up the side. All right, ready.
Ready.
Athletics checks, everybody.
One second. Where's athletics? Oh, here. Silly.
All right. With everybody pulling, it's still pretty tough, but you do manage to get Robin finally up the side. He clambers up, unhooks the rope and hands it back. Thank you. I appreciate you waiting for me, helping me up.
Good. No problem.
Glad to see you nice and healthy again.
Well, Bill's cooking is better than what I've been eating, so yeah.
I'll chuckle at that, and then he will make his way to the captain.
Here's a letter.
Captain Echo will look. All right, since we're all finally here, we can ascend the ladder and hopefully we will find what we're looking for up top.
Well, since I assume I have the stealthiest stealth score out of everybody in the group, I will offer up to go first. I'll sneak up there and make sure it's clear.
Appreciate it.
And I will load up
Oh,
the ladder.
okay. Let me get you on the map.
I will click on the ladder, and the loading screen will.
There you go. Do you see it?
I see a fort of some kind.
So, this is the ladder that leads down to the ship. And as you climb up the ladder, you will land here, which is ground floor.
Aha. So I will be as stealthy as I can while I do this. I will get up here and look around and see what I can see.
Okay, well, you don't really need to check to see this. There is a skeleton who has been just draped over the table, an old gun by his side, an old empty bottle in front, an old platter of nasty looking mush that's been out in the elements for far too long. There is this other table right here, and the cages, and another little work area over this way. This tent is not there. And you do see another platform up here, and a staircase that goes up there.
I, seeing no immediate threat, will kind of wave my hand over the hole and not enthusiastically wave everybody up, but like wave up and then a hand stop and then wave up and then a hand to stop. That,
So they come up one by one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Us will go first.
Ready?
I will get out of the way and let him climb up. Once Haas is all the way up, I'll make that same motion for somebody else to come up.
Guess Soraya will come next.
We'll repeat this process until everybody's up or something happens.
Okay.
Alrighty.
No. I'll come next, I guess.
And once everybody starts getting up, once the captain gets up, I will, as endearing as Bumblesmee is, I don't know if I would have him go up to look for danger. So I will motion to Soraya and to the captain, and I will say, since you two can fly, can you go up to the walls and make sure we're clear?
Just as a note, does the location of this fort match the location of the structure that shot at me earlier?
Yes, it does.
Be careful. I think, based on the spot on the island, I think this is where they shot at me.
I will put my hatchet up and I will pull out my rifle then, because I don't want to be unawares.
Captain Echo will fly up as quietly as she can manage and look around.
I will clamber up this ladder behind her. Obviously, I'm nowhere near as fast as she is, but I want to be there in case she sees anything.
She points out a skeleton that is draped more over the wall than anywhere else, and just shrug and go this way.
Do I need to make a stealth check as well?
If you'd like to, yes.
I would
If
like
you're trying to be stealthy. If you're not trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. There's live ammunition somewhere in here.
Alrighty. As you come up the stairs and around this way, you see a skeleton collapsed on the floor with a gun by his side.
Soraya will approach this skeleton. Kind of do the same thing as before. See if you can determine the cause of death.
Okay. Roll me that investigation check. You see no obvious cause of death. Just weathered bones. A different animal type than the one down below. This one almost actually appears to be a furless skeleton.
Interesting. He'll pick up the gun. Is it like knowing how to operate guns with it? Is this viable ammunition? Is this gunpowder that could feasibly shoot?
As you pick up the gun, you examine it and you realize that yes, this gun has been, in fact, very recently reloaded and does have live ammunition inside of it. And you'll notice, as you do so, that the skeleton on the floor has turned its head to look at you.
He'll look at it. Does it have any other weapons?
As you look at it, you will notice that no, it doesn't appear to have any other weapons. You think you would see them, considering it is just bones and a little bit of tattered cloth. But roll for initiative, please.
My spooky senses are tingling.
The skeleton starts to clamber up from where it was laying, getting to its feet, and it points at the gun that you're holding.
Oh, shoot. How do I roll the initiative? I can't find it on the thing. Oh, here it is.
Okay.
It's under utility.
Yes, it's under utility.
Okay.
It's right at the top.
Combat encounter is not current. No combat encounter currently viewed scene.
Okay, let me see if I can do a thing or two.
Oh, okay, now let me do it. That's not good.
Okay. Well, Daresh, looks like it's your turn.
Do I notice that the bones are behaving abnormally?
Since you are up here, you will notice that as this skeleton has come to life, this skeleton starts to push himself away from the wall
Captain,
and stand up.
the bones! And I will get to a vantage point so that I can get a clear line of shot on him. I will line up my rifle and I will blast this.
Right. Go for it.
I don't see my... Hang on.
If you...
See. There it is. I have to use my character sheet.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Alright, that hits. Roll for damage. It takes a shot, kind of spins around as the bullet ricochets through it, and it looks at you, pointing a cutlass in your direction.
Ugh. Everyone get ready!
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I mean, if I can swap out for my hatchet, because I know I'm going to have to fight this, because it's probably going to come after me.
I think that counts as an item interaction, so yes.
I will stow my musket, and I will draw my hatchet, and I will get ready for what may come.
Okie dokie. Robin is going to hear Daresh's cry and will pull out the giant hammer that he's been gifted and will look for something to hit. This skeleton is groggily sitting up. And Robin will cross over to it and try to make sure that it actually doesn't get up. And as he brings the hammer down in one sweeping arc, he disintegrates the skeleton into dust.
Jeez.
Nice work, Rob.
Yep. I thank you. And he kind of gives an awkward thumbs up. He's not used to combat. Echo looks back at Daresh. Do you need assistance?
Not yet.
All right. And she'll stand here and look and see one more skeleton waking up over here. She will take out her rapier and will charge. But
No.
only be able to go that far. And so this is where her turn will end. Alright. This guy is dead and does not get a turn. More dead than he was before, at least.
Double dead.
Bumblesnee will cower because ghosts. It is your turn.
This is the type of cleaning duty I was hoping for. Cat, you want some help with that one or no?
Help is appreciated.
On my way. Haas will move to this wall. And I think I have 30 feet of movement left. Can I clamber up this flag to get to over the railing?
Yes, you can, because you have a climb speed.
Okay.
But it is 10 feet up, so that's the 10 feet to move here and the 10 feet up. You've got, I think, 10 feet left. Or actually, 20 feet left.
Because you've got nimble.
Mm-hmm.
Computer, why do you betray me?
If you're trying to measure, you can hit spacebar, and it should just take you along the track. Once you make a little path for yourself.
Oh, okay. It was giving me decimals for some reason. That's weird.
Ta-da!
All right. And with that, I will attack with my scroll.
That hits. Roll for damage. As your scroll crashes into the skeleton's back, it staggers just a little bit, and its head kind of rotates on its spine, and it looks back at you. Empty eye sockets staring at you. Still brandishing its rapier off in the captain's direction. What else would you like to do for your turn?
I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. It is this fellow's turn. Soraya,
Yes.
you currently have its musket.
Yep.
It is going to try and get that back. So, let's see. It's going to try and grapple, but I can never remember if athletics is for me or if athletics is for the defender to roll.
Is it the updated rules or is it the previous pre-2024 rules?
Previous.
Previous 2024 rules is a contested athletics or acrobatics check. We both make it. And the
Okay.
updated one, it's like they make an attack roll and then other stuff happens. But the skeleton must use their athletics. I could use my acrobatics if I want to.
Okay. He's going to try and grab it.
Okay. I'm going to try and say no.
You deftly say no, swiping the musket out of its reach. It clacks its jaw angrily at you. And, stands there. Unable to do much else. This one, in front of Haas and the captain, will rotate the rest of its ribcage, spinning around to face Haas, who's just recently hit it, making a kind of clattering, clanking sound as it does. And it will swing at Haas.
That hits.
Here's your damage. Do you remember how to apply it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
Great.
Still got some bite left in you.
It clacks its little rat teeth together. Nyak, nyak, nyak. And then that will be its turn. Aurelia.
Okay. Okay. Harley will start heading up to the main deck as everybody else is. And she will start climbing. How much does this stair count against movement?
You were actually on the ground floor because this is the ladder down to the boat.
Oh.
But this
I see.
ladder's 10 feet tall up to the top of the wall.
Oh, I see. Okay, so let me do this the proper way. Boop, boop.
You're also a rabbit.
Oh, I'm gonna use my ability and I'm gonna jump to the top of here. 'Cause I'm cool. Yes, rabbit behavior. Nyum. Just jumps on top of it.
Yep.
As she does that, she will immediately look around, trying to figure out who else is around, and we'll see this guy over here that is looking mighty dangerous, and we'll put out her gun and try to shoot him first.
That hits. Roll
Oh,
some
okay.
damage.
Okay, she aims for it, and a ball of fire shoots in that direction.
It gets engulfed in a ball of fire. Its head turns little burning eye sockets towards you as the fire is still kind of crackling around it. Its mouth hangs open in an angry, silent scream. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Let me double check. What is... What? How? I always forget how to do the thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. 30, he has 40 of movement, so... Yeah. Dog will try to move up to here, I think he can, with the stair.
Mm-hmm.
And he automatically takes the dodge action because I didn't use my bonus action for him, but that will be the end of my turn for now. As he
Okay.
reaches to the top. Mhm.
Alrighty. Soraya, it is your turn.
Toss this gun over the side of the wall. Would that be an action or a bonus action?
Good question. I think it counts as a as a bonus action.
Okay. Soraya will, he'll go ahead and take a step back, which might proc an attack of opportunity, and he'll yeet the musket over the side of the wall. You want it? Go get it.
As you back up, the skeleton will try to make an unarmed attack to keep you there.
Same grapple stuff.
Yep, same grapple stuff. You dodge quite easily, and the musket flies over the side, clattering down the rocks, splooshing into the ocean.
And with this actual action, I guess he can get further away, so he'll... 2, 3... Just get slightly further away, and then he'll call Jonathan! Shiver that skeleton timbers! And he'll use Chill Touch on the... Chill. Okay,
All right.
Let me go to the character thing, and I'll see if it does it through there. It doesn't want to do it through the quick access.
I have it several times in the chat. You've posted
Oh,
it
did it?
multiple times.
I
Would
guess
you
it
like me
just
to
did
roll attack for you?
Yeah, here, I'll just roll the attack. It didn't show up for a little bit. Okay.
That is enough to hit.
Okay.
What does Jonathan whisper in the skeleton's lack of ears?
You had eternity. You had eternity to yourself. All the lives that you could have lived, and you chose to come back to this one. To hell. He'll fly back away. Oop.
The skeleton looks positively distraught.
And that's my action, bonus action, and movement.
Alrighty. This one, having been severely wounded by the two attacking it, will decide to rush the one that has done the slightly more painful amount of damage. And will go after Herelia. Although I don't know that it can reach you. Let me get my measuring tool out.
But Yuresh would be worried about that because he could probably tank a hit, but he doesn't know if Aurelia could.
Let me see.
Yuresh will
As
be as visibly worried as a lizard can be.
No, it is.
Alrighty. As it rushes, it's going to take a net from around its waist and throw it at Herelia.
Okay. Oh. Does he have to do an attack? I thought it was saving throw. Am I dumb?
No, it should also be a saving throw, but it's
Oh.
whether or not it hits the area or if the net goes wide.
Oh, I see. Mhm.
So it
Nice.
hit your area. Now you can roll the saving throw to dodge it.
I believe it's DC 10, right?
It looks like, yes, DC 10.
Ah, what is it? What is it? She starts shaking it out of her. Ugh. How dare you?
It falls and crumples to the ground. Not
I
very
was kind of
useful.
hoping that it would fall on top of Bumblesme. I don't know why. Poor boy.
Poor Bumblesme.
Nothing says that it can't.
As you
No.
toss the net over the side, it lands here and slowly starts to slither down the edge and falls on top of Bumblesme.
Oh,
Sorry.
He panics. I am
Vale.
trapped. Oh, please. Oh, help.
I'll
Direction
get
is
you in
your
a
turn.
minute.
seeing the skeleton charging Aurelia, I will roar. Let's see. Have at ye, gutless! And I will charge and leap down the stairs with my hatchet raised over my head, bringing it down as hard as I can on the skeletal monstrosity.
Alrighty.
And I do it from the sheet. Hang on. Ugh.
Unfortunately, it misses. And your hatchet clangs off the cobblestones next to the skeleton.
Darn.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I don't have any other bonus action. I don't really. In the back of my mind, I know that I have a hunter's mark, but I don't. Only going to help me do more damage if I actually do hit it. I think I can take this one out. That really is help, but I don't really want to use up my hunter's mark, so I'm just going to roar at it to try to get its attention focused back on me, because I know I can take a hit, and I don't want to risk Aurelia taking a hit from this thing. So,
Fair. It turns its head and looks at you and kind of sways in place as your turn comes to an end. Robin, hearing poor Bumblesme's cries for help as a net randomly falls from the sky on top of him, will sigh and walk up and help disentangle Bumblesme from the net. He rips it apart quite easily. There, you are free. Bumblesme profusely shakes his hand up and down. Thank you, oh thank you. Captain will move up to the skeleton and swing with her rapier.
Jeez.
Quite easily cleave into the skeleton. And, using one of her features, she will attack again. But this one will unfortunately miss. Blast it. This gunner, down here, is still dead. I can't remember how to remove him from initiative, though. Bumblesme will sit there quivering. Haas, it's your turn.
All right, try this on then. And Haas will, as his bonus action, he will. And then I will lock him in for the rest of his level into the sky path of Devotee Caller.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to smack the skeleton, and there's going to be like a brief smell of ozone, and then the flash of a ring of lightning behind him as the hit hopefully connects.
That definitely hits. Roll some damage.
and then he has to make a DC 13 save against some lightning damage.
Alrighty. As you smack him with your scroll, he falls to pieces, and those pieces get ricocheted about as the lightning hits them. Pew, 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 pew. You and the captain both nimbly dodge, though. But the skeleton is defeated.
I will end my turn.
Righty. The skeleton right over here, with his gun gone, is going to give chase. And just attempt to punch Soraya.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
I'm not seeing any updates. Hold on, my thing's doing weird. I will cast Shield on that one to make it, because I should have 16 AC, so I spells, Mage, Armor, Shield.
Okay. As
That's not
you...
updating for me.
that's okay. Once this attack is finished, I'll help you with damage, but you might want to refresh.
Okay.
But shield uses some of your seagulls, right? They come out and
Yes.
and block the attack. All right. As they do so, you will need to roll another persuasion.
Yeah. Oh,
All
that
right.
showed up.
That's enough. The seagulls answer your command and block the attack. No damage is taken. That's all the skeleton can do. So he just angrily swats away at seagulls in his face. Corellia, your turn.
She kind of like turns around and sees what's happening behind her and the guy in front of her, and she kind of like has a panic attack, but then she whistles something, and as she does, she will pull a small vial of a liquid and throw it on this skeleton over here, and will order her dog basically to attack it. And as she does, she will ready her weapon and attack at this one over here with her action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your dog will move
Oh
in
no,
for
it's
you.
not the pistol. I'm. Oh, sorry. Interrupt.
An 11 will miss.
Okay. I like to imagine that the fire barely grazes Soraya's neck. Oh, sorry.
What?
We'll do next time. Need to side the thing. And that will be one. The Hylia, the defender will attack this guy here.
That will hit the skeleton. Roll for damage.
Yay. Ping pong. Oh,
All
that's
right.
damage. Let's go.
Nice. As the metal teeth of your steel defender chomp onto the tasty, tasty bone of a skeleton, it unfortunately falls to the ground, dead.
Okay, that one's dealt with. And I believe I cannot do much else. I'm gonna move up here closer, just in case. But yeah, that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Soraya, it is your turn.
Okay. Seeing that there's still issues with trying to get my birds to listen to me, we'll do the old reliable. We're going to make our own grapple check against the skeleton that is now adjacent to us. and we're going to try and throw him off the side of the cliff.
All right. Roll me that.
Shop, 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 shop.
Oh, well.
Not this time.
One can only do it so well.
Since they're skinny. And it slips right through the wings of your fingers.
Right. Well, bye. And he'll take seeing that doesn't work, he'll just run out of its range.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I should have enough movement speed to get there. And that's my action and bonus action.
All right. The skeleton is going to try and keep you in place with a grapple check. It has suddenly learned a few things, Soraya. It has grown used to fighting you. And it grabs the edge of the scarf around your neck and keeps you there.
Yeah. Right.
Unless you have something else to do.
I have nothing else to do.
All right. Daresh, it is your turn.
I hear the sounds of Soraya still struggling. If I full on dash as far as I can, how far can I get?
Okay. You have a movement of 40, so if you took your action to dash, you could go 80.
Hang on. How do I'm holding shift. Or
So
is it
under-
space?
it's on the left, and you have to move it down to the little ruler. And once you're on the ruler and you
Got it.
drag a line, then you can hit space.
Okay. So that's as far as I could get. I could get right up against him if I tried. Alright. So with hatchet in hand, I am going to sprint all the way up to... Oh. Gosh. Sorry. Controls.
Okay.
I'm going to sprint all the way up to Soraya. Still have about 5 movement left. Have I noticed that Soraya has been harmed yet?
Soraya looks unharmed to you, just his scarf is entangled in the skeleton's fingers.
Got it. I will be there for moral support with my hatchet raised in my right hand and my left hand sort of on Soraya's back, ready to, if I get an opportunity, swing in a moment. Obviously, I used my whole action to get there, so...
Yep. Sounds good. Robin will look across the way. Is everyone doing okay?
Only one left, but I think we got it. Let's go.
Okay, if you're sure. He'll move over anyways, just in case he's needed. To the foot of the stairs. And he'll wait. Captain Echo will pat Haas on the shoulder. Good job.
Thank you, Captain.
I believe, I see a bit of commotion over this way. So, off I go. And she will use her action to dash this way. And end her turn there. Bumblesmee, ours. Your turn.
Haas will follow suit to see if he can help. He will also use his action to dash. Why do we keep getting the dang decimals?
I don't know. It shows up as feet for me.
Because he has hand feet. He's not getting the phone.
It counts your fingers.
Do you leap across this little gap?
goodness. Yeah, why not? We'll do it athletics. Is that right?
Mhm.
Or acrobatics?
That's right. It would be acrobatics for a sort of flippy-do type of move. You use your dexterity. So acrobatics, please. That is enough to cross the gap.
Okay. I'll use the rest of my movement to get about here.
Okie dokie.
And I don't believe I have anything else, so... Does that mean I also derage?
If you haven't taken damage and you haven't done damage, I believe, yes, rage does happen to end because you haven't done anything since your last turn.
Okay. So he calms down.
Mm-hmm. The skeleton will let your little scarf go and will try and punch you, Soraya.
Okay. Do not believe a 5 hits.
It doesn't. The skeleton clacks its teeth angrily at you. Nyah, 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 nyah. And it doesn't have anything else to do. Aurelia, your turn.
You need help there?
I mean, I'd like it's gone.
Oh, sure. On it. And she'll ready her weapon and attempt to shoot the creature. Yep.
Misses. Zoom.
He's... Oh, my lenses, my glasses, 1 second. And she starts cleaning them real quick. And her still defender will move closer, but I believe he is not able to do anything this turn, so he'll end here. And that will be my turn. I unfortunately cannot do much more.
Okie dokie. Soraya, your turn.
He'll... Yeah, I think I'll just call Jonathan, get him off! He'll... because he's restrained and within range, be at disadvantage. Still, I think that's enough. With a 17.
That hits. Yes.
What? Heck? No, damage. 6 damage. With a, why cling to life? You're dead for much longer than you're alive.
The old and crusty skeleton looks very sad if a skeleton could have an expression. Takes 6 damage. Duresh, it's your
Good.
turn.
I will
skeleton.
see if I can not necessarily shove my way past Soraya, but slide my way in around him.
Yeah, there's enough space.
And I will bring down my hatchet hard and try and separate the skull from the Eleton.
Show me your strength. That's enough.
Give me roofs.
The skeleton's head goes flying back as the hatchet liberates it free from the rest of the Eleton. It clatters against the wall and shatters as the bones fall to the ground. Defeated. Congratulations. You all have passed this encounter.
Oh,
I look over at Soraya, who just got accosted by the skeleton, and because I have the healing word thing, I'll be like, "Are you okay?"
Yes, I'm perfectly fine. I managed to disarm it rather quickly.
Good.
So it was only fisticuffs. You did not hurt me. I'm okay.
Good. I will then immediately turn my hatchet over to the blunt end, kneel down, and start hammering the bones to pieces so it doesn't get back up.
All right. You make a lovely little pile of bone dust.
Cool.
In case.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did anybody free bummels me?
Yeah,
Almost
I
about
took
got
care of
hits.
him. He's fine.
That's good to hear. Mm-hmm.
Bumblesmee buzzes his way up to the top. I am here. Is it over? Are we safe?
I think so.
Good. I do not like all of this scariness. And he kind of leans against the wall.
It's just very
Right.
curious. Oh, I had nothing else to say besides that. I
I was going to say, Duresh is visibly jinkied by the spooktacular encounter. He does not like spookiness. Some of you may have picked up on that by now. But he'll look around at the group real quick after he's done smashing the skeleton, and while passing through the rest of the group to go smash the other ones, say, "Is anybody hurt?"
Not
Oh, a smidge.
particularly.
Great, but I'll be fine.
Mhm.
It'll be fine? Okay. And Duresh will quickly go to where the other skeleton was that was taken apart by the Steel Defender, and will start smashing and pulverizing the rest of those bones so they don't get up again as well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wonderful.
You do so. Captain
some
will look at the
thorough.
team. Well,
I have a question, sorry.
oh, go ahead.
It was a language question. I don't know what jinkist meant. I have never heard that. So,
So
Sorry. It's a reference to Scooby-Doo. It's a nonsense word that Shaggy would say when he's scared.
oh, I see. Thank you for the
That was
It doesn't
Velma's
really mean
word.
Sorry, Velma's word, yes. I'm making a reference to
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo. Duresh is visibly shaken by the encounter. The supernatural scares him. So he is...
Mhm.
He can fight, but he is visibly shaken by the animated skeletons. So he's still terrified, and he doesn't want them to get back up. So he's... Inkies. He's trying to get them... Swanks. Yes, thank you.
Oh.
He's trying to terrorize them. Just in case they come back.
Mhm. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Thank you for the clarification. Mhm.
While we're on this, could I make an Arcana check to see if there's any... In Thraya's mind, a lot of this seems to be linking back to Sociel, but I don't know if there's a way that he'd know magic necessarily. Since magic doesn't exist in the wider world.
okay.
But we know about
Yeah,
hoodoo
go
as a
ahead and
way,
make
I
me
guess,
an
as a world building thing. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check. All right. So as you very carefully examine the pile of bone dust, you'll notice that whatever seemed to be controlling them, the dark energy that surrounded the skeletons that was making them move it did almost take the shape of the ribbon that surrounded Sochiel, but it seems to be far more centrally located. More like your own command over your seagulls. It is something short range.
Range. Doesn't make any sense. But it's not Sochiel's magic itself. I don't recognize that it's her doing in a way. Or is that something that I can't glean at this time?
It is not something that you can glean at this time, but you also get the feeling that this is not necessarily her realm of expertise.
Okay. Huh.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out. Are you trying to say something?
No, that was me sneezing.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, I can't make any heads or tails of the bodies. I mean, obviously there's something magical about it. If I had to guess, I'd say there's perhaps someone controlling them. If I had to guess, there's nothing here that would suggest something to guard. Not as of yet.
But we haven't seen anyone else. Who would be doing the controlling?
It's a good question. I originally thought it was our good jaguar friend, but I don't know if he's involved in this specifically. The flock complains about them hearing the whistle call, which is under Sochiel's control. She doesn't have any reason to prevent us from our journey, so it doesn't make any sense why she would employ it. It doesn't make any sense why she would raise the dead either. So I have reason to believe that it's not her. I think that it might be. Well, you may need to expect more of such things going forward. More skeletons and more magic-y business.
Understood. I don't suppose you happened to find the relic. That wasn't what woke them up in the first place.
No, it started to move when I took its gun. And then when I tossed it over the side, it didn't go chasing after it, so it's not animated by the gun. And it's not defending the gun. And when we inspected the skeleton down on the lower ship level, it didn't move. Or didn't move at the time.
Perplexing.
There is a fort here, and a fort is meant to be guarded. Or a fort is meant to guard something, so I'd say our next steps after we prevent these skeletons' resurrection is perhaps to see if we can find what they're guarding. Or otherwise, I guess, Hoss, you have the map towards what the relics that we're looking for. Do we know if it's further in on the island?
Hoss will check the sky and see if it's a good enough time to maybe reveal any further steps.
It's just past midday, so unfortunately, no.
Probably not right now. It's not quite the right time of day. But if we haven't found it by sunset, I bet we can get a pretty darn good hint.
Fair enough. I had to guess where the next space would be. The central area was just like a depression in there. It probably had like a door to the outside. Did it have anything else in the big area?
Not besides what I have described, no. And yes, it does have one door that leads to the outside, but this is where the map that I have borrowed is different. There is just beach and jungle. There's not anything here or really anything there. It's just unexplored jungle land.
Is this staircase, does this staircase exist that goes to a lower level?
No.
Okay. So we've seen basically the extent of the fort that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then,
Does this tent exist?
That tent does not exist, no.
No.
Just the tables and the cages and the little work area over here.
Oh, can I?
does this delicious skeleton stew doesn't exist?
I'm sorry, both of you were talking at once.
Oh, go ahead, Ox.
I was
Soraya?
joking that the delicious skeleton stew does not exist.
Fire pit exists, but there is no stew. No.
Depression.
Haas, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna see if I could check out this flag and see if it's something I recognize or have seen before.
Go ahead. Make me a history check.
Oh,
Nope. It has a skull and crossbones and a very distinct kind of monkey ape structure to the jaw. You know, where they have the tusks more so than like a monkey would. An ape or a gorilla would have the tusks from the bottom part of their jaw jut out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, nope. Sorry.
Pretty good for climbing, though. Can I steal this flag?
Sure.
Alright. I steal the flag.
Great. You rip it down and stuff it in one of your pockets or a pack somewhere.
Mm.
Well,
Mr.
I suppose-
Admiral. Oh, sorry. I keep
yes.
interrupting.
Hello.
Oh, I was gonna ask if there would be anything relating to skeletons in the math book that I got that I could gauge, but I presume not. Mm.
Skeletons in your specific little experiment book, or
In the book that I got down below from the captain's quarters that had like some formulas that I couldn't understand the context of.
no, not in that booklet.
I see. Okay. Mhm. Sounds good to me. Thank you. Continue.
Captain Echo will say, well, I suppose the thing to do is to do a quick little check, perhaps of the lower level of the fort, and if we still find nothing, then I suppose waiting for sunset would be our best bet, unless anybody else can think of any further places to look here in the cave, or I don't know, on the ship, perhaps.
The only spot that I can think of is deeper onto the island. We've already searched the ship and there doesn't appear to be anything else in this fort.
Is the... Oh. She was gonna yell out for Haas. I forgot the name of the thing in English. Give me a second. Yeah. Where is the compass pointing now? She can yell out from the top.
He'll snap his fingers like he forgot. Oh, let's see. Do I get a sense that it is doing anything particularly crazy as I flip it open?
The compass point almost looks like it's pointing down this way.
Also, very visibly whip his head back towards the ladder hole. Well, it's pointing back down the ladder, so if anybody wants to come with me, I'm going to be following this until sunset.
I'll accompany you, just in case.
Haas will...
You know there's at least one more down there.
Haas will descend back into the cave.
Okay.
Harley follows.
Daresh, you've been up here over by yourself for a little bit. What are you up to?
Yeah, I ran over there to pulverize the last skeleton. It was in pieces because it kind of exploded when us hit it with the electric attack, but I'm going to make sure that all the bones are broken and there's just no chance it gets back up. Once I see that it is thoroughly pulverized, I saw that everybody was conferring, and it looks like we're headed back down the ladder.
Correct.
I will kind of make my way back towards everybody else and say, was there anything else? Where are we headed?
The captain will say, well, Mr. Haas has used the compass again, and it appeared to be pointing towards the ladder, so he presumed it was down below.
Got it. Well, I didn't see any other skeletons up here, and I've made sure the other ones aren't going to follow us, so if we're headed back down, let's go.
Very good, then. And as you all descend the ladder one more time, you find yourselves back in the grotto entrance, here with the ship.
Resh will remember that there was a skeleton downstairs and won't immediately rush off to go face it, but is worried that it may get back up. So, let's see. Having scanned the most of the ship, was there any way to get up that we found that wasn't the hole in the grate thing?
No. When the grate collapsed, the little ladder that was with it also collapsed, except for the one beam that you have used to scurry up and down.
Because Daresh knows there's a skeleton downstairs, Daresh will hurry ahead of the group and guard the beam and make sure that the skeleton... He's not going down there by himself, but he's going to guard the beam and make sure the skeleton doesn't come up.
All right. As you guard the beam, roll me a perception check. You hear no creaking or clattering of skull teeth or clinking of bones on metal. You don't hear anything.
And he's still going to be there, terrified, with his axe ready, watching the hole, making sure nothing comes back up. Because there was a skeleton down there, and the last three got up and tried to kill us. So...
Also, we'll move forward over to this spot where we all threw our backs out trying to get Robin back up here. He will turn to Robin and say, "Why don't you stay up top this time, just in case?"
Robin will nod. If you're sure you won't need me, I'll stay. It's probably easier on everyone anyways.
And Hoss will have the compass flick open again, and he's gonna eye it. He's gonna kind of point it towards the place where he thought he saw a cave earlier.
Okay. As you look, the needle that was pointing south bends and points north.
All right, hopping down. Climbing, rather.
As you climb down, Hoss, roll me a perception check.
Perception? Uh-oh.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. Continue. Captain and Bumblesmee will fly off after Hoss.
Is there still a rope here for being able to go down, or has it been removed?
It was your rope, wasn't it?
Yeah, if it was the rope that I took Aurelia, I would have given it back to her before we went up.
Oh, I see. Aurelia will real quick come here and find like a sturdy place to tie it in, and then we'll try to descend.
Oh, I'll hold it for you.
Oh, thank you. If it's not too much of a bother, and she'll grab onto it and slowly descend. Thank you, Rob.
Mm-hmm. Aurelia, as you get down to the ground, roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
All right. You see lots of footprints from where you and the rest of the crew were originally. You see the circle crater that Scrap left as he rolled off the deck. You see deeper footprints for Rob as he lifted him up. But you also see a somewhat trudged through skeleton imprint in the sand. Monkey feet seem to have walked through it.
Oh.
But
is it heading in this direction?
There do seem to be footprints that trail kind of staggered off in that direction, yes.
Careful! Skeleton footprints! And she will pull out her weapon immediately.
Daresh will turn around.
And she will point them out in the ground as she goes on.
Hoss will take Aurelia's direction and notice that he's been walking basically on top of them the whole time. Oh!
You see skeleton footprints in front of you, leading off.
Well, that's promising.
Should we continue that way?
Will flick the compass open and spare it a glance, and if it's pointing straight, then he's gonna soundly nod to the rest of the crew and keep going forward.
Compass does indeed continue to point north. Captain Echo will... Oh, go ahead, Daresh.
Sorry. Now that Daresh hears that there's a skeleton down there as well, he's going to clamber down the side of the boat and follow, axe at the ready.
Mr. Robin, are you going to remain here, or would you like to come along with?
Mr. Haas suggested I remain here, so here I think I'll remain. It's easier than trying to go up and down on all of you.
Great. Well, keep an eye out. There was one down in the hold, but I think it may have moved in this time. We probably will already find it. If need, feel free to. Well, I guess there's no way for you to contact us.
I
Guess I could
could
just
yell.
leave Pico here. Yeah, you could yell. I don't have any firearms on me. Well, be safe. And he'll
You as well.
at awkward exchange. She'll rejoin the group.
Haas will turn back to Rob and kind of shout out, if we're not back in like 3 combat rounds, let's say, come help us.
He tilts his head to the side and waves kind of hesitantly.
Do you mean 12 seconds?
Well, maybe not
18
that
seconds?
soon.
and he starts counting 1,000, 2 1,000. No, he surely couldn't have meant that. And he just kind of moves to the side and watches as everyone walks away.
I'd like to take another crack at seeing if I can deduce what's going on behind this wall of vines. Is that investigation or perception? Oh, never mind.
So
Ran into the same memory
there you go.
We lost the Admiral in the operation.
The Admiral's dead. We're the captain now.
Okay, apologies for the technological
Riot.
difficulties.
Riot! Sorry.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Mutiny! Mutiny! Just kidding.
No escaping death for thee.
All right, Haas.
Dibs on the hat.
Dibs on that.
My hat, not my very fancy hat. Look. Okay. So sorry for the technological difficulties. I'm back. I'm here. What were you gonna do, Haas? You were gonna try something.
I was going to see if I could either roll, I was going to see if it was an investigation or perception to try and take another crack at looking at this wall of vines now that I know that a skeleton has disappeared into it.
Alrighty. That would be, either of those would work, whatever you feel you're best at. Well, considering you have skeleton footprints leading off in between the boxes and the barrels, and the compass is pointing due north, even though you can't really see it, you take a leap of faith, hoping that there will be a path. And as you squeeze your way in between these two and push aside the vines, you do see this sort of path leading off into the distance.
Ah, I knew there was something weird about this. Looks like we got a heading up ahead. Poke his head out through the blinds. Come on in. It's pretty spacious.
Captain Echo will nod. Well, this is most likely it. Proceed with caution, everyone.
We'll do so.
Hey.
Alrighty. And as you move through and go down the tunnel, it takes a little ways. You feel like you're crossing through the parts of the island that you haven't necessarily been to before. You know, if the fort was in the bottom left corner and this entrance to the grotto was kind of on the middle of the eastern side of the island, you go a little bit more to the northwest And eventually, after just like half an hour of traveling, walking, at a decent pace, you see this. Let me know when you all are loaded.
Oh,
I'm loaded.
I'm in position.
I am loaded.
All right, the map is yours. You are free to move as you wish.
Ooh, dynamic lighting. That's neat.
Okay, and as you get
Can I make-
there, you will find that there are piles of treasure up along the cave walls. Water drips from a couple of the rocks. You can hear it trickling and plinking on the floor of the cave. There's a certain pile of treasure over here. A couple of stalagmites and stalactites that have connected in this area. A few different paths through the cave to take.
It looks like we found our treasure.
It's got to be in here somewhere.
Did see skeletal footprints leading in here, correct?
Aye. Keep an eye out.
Daresh will move forward, axe at the ready, just in case there's another mobile pile of bones in here.
All right. Roll me a perception check, Daresh. You lost the footprints when the floor of the cave started to turn more into rock and less into the sand of the beach.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a one-way tunnel. Down, down, down. You don't see any skeletal remains lying about, at least not in this first area. Well, ladies and gentlemen, seeing as we're here, you're welcome to take as much treasure as you can carry. Keep an eye out for whatever it is that we are looking for, the relic. I still presume that it is supposed to be Titan-sized, so quite large. And supposedly it will have an effect on keeping someone alive. So if you happen to pick it up and you suddenly feel rather invigorated, do let me know. Other than that, fit as much as you want into your pockets.
Very generous of you, Captain.
Aye,
Thank
aye,
you,
aye.
Captain.
Is the gold mostly in gold pieces, or is it like objects?
I am a biotic god.
Oh, hello.
Hello, you.
Well, the piles of treasure are less piles of actual treasure and more like piles of certain things. Like, if you were to go through the pile, I would tell you what was in each one.
I mean, we're looking for a relic here. Sarai might as well just start sifting through to see what he can find in this particular pile.
Okay. Well, as you begin to sift through the treasure in the cave of, well, can't say Cave of Wonders, but this is where we'll actually call session for tonight, as we've reached our 3-hour mark. And we'll find out what you
almost there.
find in the treasure next week.
More resolution.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes. Higher
This is-
resolution. Yes.